I am Kimberly Denmark, and this is my husband, Michael Denmark, and we have been customers at A&J for more than 10 years.
The first time we came to A&J Jewelers, I had a ring that was my mother's that was in disrepair, and they repaired it. And I brought a second ring in, they reshanked it, and it belonged to my grandfather. So it was two personal rings that brought us the first time.
One of the things we like about A&J Jewelers is we feel like you are very fair, that your pricing is fair and your customer service is excellent.
It begins from when we walk in. Everybody we've dealt with listens to what our need is. Once they know what our need is, then it's easier for us to say, we have a price point. And if we have a price point and we can work around custom or we can work around off the shelf, it's always been easy to purchase something at AJ's because they listen to what we have to say. My favorite piece is actually two pieces, and they're very special to me because I had a ring that belonged to my grandfather that didn't have a shank on it, and it was a custom ring, and I wanted the ring fixed because I was going to give it to my cousin's son. And at the same time, I had some diamonds that belonged to my mother, and we were going to make a cross that matched a cross that all the girls wear and my wife wears. So we brought those two things into AJ, sat down with them, showed them what we wanted, asked them how we could make this happen, and then find out what it was going to cost. Sentimentally, it meant a lot to me because I'm giving away a ring that belonged to my grandfather. I'm giving it to the last living McGuire. So you could fix the ring and hand it to him and say, here you go. But they did the most wonderful job repairing and making this ring look brand new.
I had a ring that belonged to my grandmother. It was a beautiful ring, but it wasn't my style. I have 3 daughters. I wanted to do something special for my 3 daughters. I was able, using that ring, to make custom rings for them that have 3 diamonds in each ring to represent my 3 daughters, the 3 sisters. And my husband had one made for me as well in honor of our 3 daughters and for our wedding anniversary.
What I liked about the process is when we came in, she had a ring, she had an idea. One of the staff took out a book, showed us numerous styles of rings, let her pick what she thought she wanted. She had specific ideas about what she didn't want. They tried to find out, what do you really want? If this is what you don't want, what do you want? And they found 2 or 3 that were perfect. It was easy to decide. Let the people that see something in these diamonds we don't see, let them deal with them, show us what would be beautiful, and now she has this right.
I didn't have any hesitation about working with AJ's. I was concerned about taking something that was emotionally very important to me, my grandmother's ring, and creating something that would be special for my daughters and me. But when I first talked to the staff at AJ, I just felt so comfortable that he and the staff knew what I wanted. I was going to be very satisfied with the end product.
One of them said to us that I have to be pleased with it to put our name on it to send it out that door. Because if you buy it off the shelf, it looks like everybody else. If it's something we've made, then it's got our name on it. How can you feel bad about, how can you feel nervous about somebody who's not going to hand you something that he's not pleased with?
I would highly recommend A&J for someone who is interested in constructing something that was custom or taking a family piece and updating it, making something special. We were so pleased with how we felt like we were listened to and we were respected, and the service and the end product exceeded our expectations.
And when the process was done, they were as excited to give us the rings or the cross or my grandfather's. They were as excited to give them to us as we were to receive them. How do you put it into words that you brought something to them and said, here, we want to make this different, and they wanted it to be perfect? It'd be fun. It's going to be fun to find out what our next piece of jewelry we're going to do, because there'll be something else. Something else is going to come up, and we're going to come in here, and we're going to sit down and say, hey, here's what we got. Here's what we need to do. How can we make this happen? So it's a pleasure to deal with A&J Jewelers.